The state of eBay reselling is just not very good right now. And I'm going to talk to you about that on the other side of the intro. So without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for clicking on this video. My name is John from Flippin Ain't Easy, and I am a full-time reseller, online reseller, primarily on eBay, but also I dabble in Amazon, Mercari, Poshmark, and I am a YouTuber that tries to help other resellers, maybe like yourself, with issues and topics that may come up, whether it's something that just may come up in my message feed from eBay or things that I encounter myself on a daily basis. So with that said, before we begin, please do me a favor, hit that like button. It does help the channel, helps other people become aware of this channel. And if you like the content that we have here, please consider subscribing to the channel. And if you are already subscribed, do me a favor, hit that notification bell so that when I make a video, you're going to be notified when it comes out. So let's get on with the topic. eBay, as it relates to sellers, is not doing a very good job at all. And it's starting to worry me a little bit because you have, and I see a lot of remarks from you guys in many of my videos that you're leaving the platform, and a lot of it's generated because of this whole managed payments fiasco. I think a lot of you will call it a fiasco. That's probably as accurate as I'm going to be because let's face it, it's nothing like PayPal. Of course, we're very restricted as to how we can handle our money, and we have less control over our money. And I know for many of you, that's caused you to leave the platform, maybe stop selling on eBay altogether, or just kind of allowing your current stock to sell, and then you're going to move on once that happens. And there's other issues as well that's going on. And it's just like this endless storm of glitches, bad management, and just stuff that shouldn't happen. And we as sellers are expected to just roll with the punches and deal with it. And while that's sort of been my philosophy, because other than leaving the platform, what else am I going to do? But it's getting bad. And, you know, I don't want to make videos that are designed to knock eBay. I'm not an eBay fanboy, and for many of you people who put remarks in the videos, I appreciate you doing that because we're not always going to agree. But sometimes you guys will put comments in the video down below, and please do that right now if you have something to say on this topic. But sometimes you guys will come off as if I'm just carrying water for eBay. And it's obvious that if you're putting remarks like that in the comments that I'm a water boy for eBay, then I got to tell you, you must not be watching a lot of my previous videos because they've done me very wrong. Maybe they have stepped up here and there, and I'm glad that, you know, like with my chargeback situations, they've been helpful. My account's still screwed up. And if you watch my previous videos, you'll see that there's some transactions in my on hold funds from June of last year. They actually removed that one transaction, but I still have 3 negative balances for transactions that happened last April and May that's still there. And there still has been no resolution to other managed payments based issues on my account. And while it's not an issue for me because it hasn't caused me to lose sales, I still am afraid that one day I might turn on my computer, and because of all the glitches, whatever is causing these things to happen will cause other bad things to happen that may be detrimental to my account. And it's not just limited to me. If you watch YouTube videos, I think many of you out there have seen Nick and Andrea Hill's video. They're a couple who sell out of the UK, and they make videos for eBay and talk about different things that affect their account. They recently had their account shut down where they couldn't list anymore, and eBay would not give them a reason as to why they were doing this. So for a period of a day or two, they weren't able to do anything with their account. Now, had they not had a big YouTube following, they probably would not have resolved that issue. And I see many comments that you guys leave down below where it's your horror story, and I hate to say it, because you don't have a huge YouTube following, you know, you have to wait and wait and wait and until the right eyes see it, and sometimes that never happens. I'll give you another example. Lonnie from Shed Flips, he recently had a situation where he had to deal with 4 chargebacks from the same buyer. Well, that was $80 in chargeback fees, and he lost the case that he thought he was going to win with these chargebacks, and he made a video, and someone from eBay reached out to him, said, hey, they made a mistake. In fact, the credit card company reversed that chargeback, and eBay had the money the whole time. So it just tells me that, you know, if you don't have a large following on YouTube or any other social media platform, eBay, I hate to say it, eBay, but eBay doesn't care about their sellers. They only care about their image. You know, the image that 1 or 2 big YouTubers will shine a negative light on that image. They care about that, and they'll have someone resolve that situation immediately. But for those of you out there, and myself, because I don't have a big enough YouTube following as of yet, we're at like 5,400 subscribers. And I'm very grateful for that, but it's still a very small channel if you compare it to a lot of these big YouTubers. And I got to tell you, if I had a larger following, my account probably would be fixed right now, and I wouldn't constantly be telling you about how corrupt and broken my account is, and full of errors and glitches and just craziness. And it's sad. It shouldn't be that way. Every eBayer that pays eBay fees for the service that eBay provides, we're their customer. It isn't like eBay is doing me a favor for charging me for all these different things. No, I can't stand it, to be honest with you. The amount of times that eBay makes changes, they do little things here, they do little things there, and they have no problem charging me eBay fees, final value fees, overcharges me for shipping when they advertise one price. FedEx tells them another price. They side with FedEx. They never really go to war for us. And then, you know, when we expect them to make little implementations, such as, you know, having your buyer pay for the item like on a best offer immediately, that's just a little too much for them. And they constantly kick the can and try to appease us sellers, and somehow we're supposed to think this is okay. So again, I don't carry water for eBay. I do have major issues with eBay. I think that they are more concerned about their image than they are about us everyday eBay sellers, and they also care too much about the buyer. And I get the whole reason why they should look out for the buyers, but let's be honest here. Most eBay sellers are honest. They want to do the right thing, and all we want is to be treated fairly. And unfortunately, eBay has decided that they're going to treat every seller the same way, regardless of their feedback, regardless of their tenure, regardless of their status. I mean, they make this big deal about top rated, but what good is top rated if they're going to treat us like below average? This whole situation with Nick and Andrea Hill, they didn't give them the benefit of the doubt for anything. They gave them some kind of excuse that they're shutting down accounts as a routine measure while they verify the person's identity. Why do you have to do that? Why can't you send a message out, ask for that seller's identity if that's really the issue, and if they don't provide the necessary documentation, then take that extra step. It's like eBay overreacts against sellers like we're some kind of a problem on this platform, and all they're doing is pushing people away. And it's sad, but it's going to take the advent of a similar platform. And I don't think Marketplace is quite it, but Marketplace is taking away, and that's Facebook Marketplace, is taking away some of their market share. It's going to take a huge seller exodus for eBay to finally understand that they're just not doing us sellers right. And, for me, you look at Mercari, where the buyer receives the item. They have 3 days to look it over, check it out, test it out, try it on. And after 3 days, that's it. The sale is over with. And why does eBay expect us sellers, and I guess this is really an issue that really isn't going to change, but I'm sure many of you feel the same way. Why do we have to give these buyers so much time to use, try out, wear out the item that they buy from us before they finally say, I don't want it? That's not right. And eBay needs to really stop treating us like a brick and mortar, large, big box retailer where a lot of us smaller sellers can't continue to take these returns in the same way a Costco would take the return, or Amazon would take the return, or Walmart would take the return, where we can absorb it and write it off. Yes, and some of you decided that you're going to be upset with me for saying this, but it's true. The cost of doing business is these little things, but sometimes these little things just add up, where we get no support, or it's very difficult to get the support we need. And when we finally do get someone on the phone, the support is just next to nothing, and the person has no empowerment to help us out whatsoever. Then they start tinkering with what works just fine. PayPal works fine, but let's separate from PayPal and let's do our own thing. But let's not implement something similar to what everyone's used to. We have glitchy software, old software, and we're paying all these fees, and the seller experience just isn't improving. And that's a big problem for me. And the more and more you continue to treat us like we are sellers with bad intentions, eBay, you're going to find that in the long run, you're going to lose the very sellers you would need to keep on your platform to stay afloat. So guys, please do me a favor, comment down below, tell me your thoughts on this issue. I'm sure a lot of you have many similar complaints that I do, but really, what are the alternatives? What really are the alternatives? We as sellers sell on eBay because our items sell. Regardless of all the other nonsense that we have to deal with, our items, at least for the most of us, our items are selling on this platform. And so it's sort of a bittersweet relationship that we have with eBay, and I want to see it improve. And so the whole purpose of this video is in hope that maybe somebody from eBay will see the small YouTube channel, see your remarks down below. Maybe that's your contribution to help maybe get eBay to see how big of a problem that they've become to their sellers, to where they will finally get the message to the right person higher up and make some of these changes, finally listen to us, maybe listen to the small seller who doesn't have the big YouTube channel and the big social media following, and finally hear us as sellers. And hopefully, if you're invited to this thing that's coming up in a couple weeks, this seller check-in for March, please don't ask the rosy questions. Show up and ask them about all these different things that are bothering you and are affecting you negatively and your selling experience. Because if we show up and we're all rosy and happy and ask these little bubbly questions that really don't have the impact that we need as a community, then they're going to think everything is fine. And I see a lot of remarks on eBay for Business, I place those as well on Facebook. But that's not enough. And it's not enough to just comment here. We got to show up where eBay has a presence, like on these seller check-ins. So look into your messages, see if you've been invited, and try to show up. Make your voice heard, because collectively as sellers, we can make as much of an impact as someone with a large YouTube following. And I hate to use them and call them out as an example. It's not their fault. They're doing everything they're supposed to do as eBay sellers. They just happen to have a large YouTube following, and they're able to get their messages and their voices heard. Let's collectively do that. Show up when they come up with events like the seller check-ins. Participate, and let's let it be known that we're dealing with all these problems, and we want nothing short of eBay addressing these problems. And all it takes is some effort. All it takes is a little bit of an investment. We pay our fees every month. The least eBay can do is reinvest some of those fees to improve our seller experience. So guys, what do you think? Again, comment down below. Again, do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, hit that notification bell. I had a good weekend. It was a very busy weekend. But I can tell you that as far as sales are concerned, I am optimistic that people are going to start buying here over the next few weeks. From what I understand, like Wells Fargo and Chase Bank, they're not going to deposit stimulus money into those accounts until I believe Wednesday sometime, from what I heard. And there's a lot of people using those banks. I just don't think everyone has their stimulus money yet. And once that happens, where most people get their stimulus, things are going to start selling. So continue to list, continue to make those sales, and I just want you to remember and never forget that flipping ain't easy, and we will see you here at the end of the week, and have a good rest of your week, guys. We'll see you then.